Yo, what up? Welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. As you know that I love retro gaming, or for me it's like the games I used to play, but I'm here with my brother. We're in this place called Arkadia Retrocade. This is actually in
Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Yeah, and this is actually one of the coolest places if you really enjoy old games. So you just pay a one-time fee. So the reason I'm doing this is number one, we love video games. We definitely love arcade games. And number two, Arkadia Retrocade is, to me, it's the best retro arcade place I've been in any place. So I'm going to leave the link below at the bottom so you can see it. But
yeah, if you're out here, come support it. Community's great. It's been running strong for about 2 years now. So definitely come check it out. And they're always expanding too. So
yeah, so actually, we're going to go talk to somebody really quick, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're here with the actual owner of Arkadia Retro Arcade. So, what is this place and why did you create it?
awesome. Well, hey guys, this place is a recreation 80s era arcade, which is why we call it the Retrocade. So basically, we have about 120 old school retro arcade games. I created it because I was unemployed and needed to get off the couch and do something, and figured the business model out, and sort of came up with a plan that to me seemed fairly simple, but that I figured would hopefully take off and people would appreciate, people would get, and sure enough they do. Because the way we do our business here is that we do not charge for the video games. We don't use quarters, we don't use tokens, you don't play. You don't pay for the machines. You don't pay to play. You pay to come in. It's a flat $5 admission fee. Once you pay to come in, you hang out all damn day. You play whatever you want. No time limit, no re-entry fee, no quarters, no tokens. You just hang out and play whatever you want. We got about 100. Right now, we got about 130, 129 arcade games up and running. They're all old school. Some late 70s, mostly 80s, early to mid 90s. And you never pay for the games, like I said. We've got an old Atari 2600 and an original old school NES, N64 and Sega Genesis, air hockey, foosball, that kind of thing. So you kind of have the vibe and the atmosphere of an 80s era arcade with kind of the benefits of the business model that we've kind of turned on inside. And again, you pay to come in, you never pay for the games, hang out and play till you drop.
Thank you, Shane. And one of the things that I've noticed is I love video games, and I remember the 80s era arcade. But what I noticed about here, there's a lot of people really young who are coming here. This is a wonderful, community-driven place,
No, fantastic.
I've been to a lot of retro arcades, and this is why Shay and this place, it's different from the rest because it's community-driven. It's about the community, so it's a great place not only for yourself who loves retro arcades, but to bring your family and to introduce your kids and grandkids to gaming in general.
So you hit the nail on the head, and so that's where I owe the debt of gratitude to the community, and we who run the arcade. I don't do it alone. I mean, I've got a lot of good staff and buddies and friends and family who help out, but the point is the community gets it. The community makes this place possible. The community funds this place. It's almost like there's this big community game room now that everyone just sort of pays dues to come into, and we like to think that for $5 a pop it's affordable, it's reasonable, and even if you're one of these families with 4 or 5 kids or whatever, you can afford to still come and hang out all night and play. So that's what we like. We like that it's retro in the game and in the theme, but it's also kind of retro on its price. It's not super expensive. In fact, it's pretty dang cheap. So yeah, that's why I think we get people who continue to support us and come back time and again and enjoy what we do, and therefore we give them whatever they want, which is more games. And so there, you hit the nail on the head. It's a two-way street. We couldn't do it without the gamers. We couldn't do it without the community support. We couldn't do it without the people who get what we're doing. And certainly since we're retro, since we're 80s, the moms and the dads and even the grandmas and grandpas and whoever get it. They grew up with this. They saw this when they were coming up. The kids get it because it's friggin' fun. It's just fantastic. It's so much fun. The older games are challenging. It doesn't matter to the kids nowadays that the games are 8-bit, 16-bit and stuff. They kind of get that because of Minecraft and a lot of the new indie games that are pretty low def and pretty low tech on graphics. But
so for all of you kids out there who are only used to Steam games and online games, this is what gaming has been, will be, and will always be about. It will always be about community. But when you have an experience like this, and if you've never experienced this, you need to come to this place. You need to come to a place something like this, but like I said, this is my favorite one. And come to a place like this because you get to deal with real people. You get to play real arcade cabinets, and that's something that no virtual environment can simulate. So,
and there you go. And that's another really important point that, yeah, sure, you can play all of these. You can play Pac-Man and Galaga and Donkey Kong on your phone, and that's fantastic. That's awesome that the classic games have persisted. The classic games have survived, and they've actually sort of evolved and again, sort of, like I said, persisted into the modern era of gaming. Because, as you said, this is what gaming was all about. This is how it all started.
Yeah.
Right. And we not only have we not really lost it, we lost it for a while maybe, but it's come back. And not only has it come back, but it has come back in such a way that the newer generation, they absolutely get it. They enjoy the games because the games are so damn fun and they're challenging. What I mean to say is that it's awesome that you can sit there and play an emulator on your computer or play some of these games on your phone on apps. But it is a different experience to be able to play them in their original form, in the cabinet, in the arcade style cabinet, and next to the other games, and among all of the other games, as a sort of complementary collection that you can enjoy together. Right. That's, I don't mean to ramble, man, but that's right. I mean, that's part of the immersion and part of the experience of seeing how it was when these games were originally designed and seeing them in the setting that they were designed to be in. And then there's just the social aspect too, being in a physical space and running around and playing games with total strangers and having a good time together from people with all walks of life and all age ranges. That's what arcades were to us back in the day.
Yep.
It's a social setting. It wasn't just playing video games. It was hanging out.
Yeah, it's hanging out.
Physically being together and, cutting loose and just being yourself and being a weirdo and being a nerd and being awesome and having a good time.
Yeah, so, I mean, more than anything, y'all, I mean, one thing that he always talked about, he stresses about earlier, and what I stress about this, it's community. Right. It's community, and this is what we used to do after school. We would come to arcades, we'd go to laundromats, just anywhere there were arcade machines. It wasn't just a game. It was a place for you to bond, to have a community. So thanks so much, Shay, for taking your time.
Thank you, Tweet. Thanks for
hanging
out,
if you are in Fayetteville, Arkansas, be sure to come to the Arkadia Retrocade. And
thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning into this guy. Thanks for supporting YouTubers, and thanks for being awesome and being gamers. And come hang out.
So we're gonna go play some games. All right. So what are we playing first? Okay. For all of you who are fans of Capcom, this is the original Ghosts and Goblins. I remember Ghouls and Ghosts, so I never really played Ghosts and Goblins in the arcades, and it is super hard. Are you any good at it? And I remember Ghosts and Ghosts when it came out on the Sega Genesis. When I first played it, I was absolutely blown away. And then when I was finally able to play the original Ghosts and Goblins in the arcades, I was just like, okay, I could see where Ghosts and Ghosts got all its difficulty from. And as you can see here, they have all the classics. This is the original real Ghostbusters arcade cabinet. Asenax. This is one of my favorites here. If you can see it, that's Altered Beast. I had that on my Sega Genesis. Everybody who had a Genesis got that packed in as a packing game. Rastan. And there's so many games here. And it's got a real great 80s vibe. So I'm probably going to play real Ghostbusters now. So go check this out.
Here we have Tui playing Battletoads. That's right, your favorite game.
Yes, I love Battletoads.
Is that in a sarcastic way, or you actually love this game?
No, actually, this Battletoads, a lot of people are familiar with the Battletoads from the super hard Nintendo game, but this is actually the original arcade game, and to be honest with you, not a lot of people knew about this. Actually, I didn't even know that there was an arcade game. I just knew the Nintendo version. And this one, it's nowhere near as hard as the Nintendo version, and it's very reminiscent of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And actually, I think it's pretty fun. I like the graphics. And you can pick all three of the turtles, the Battletoads. And as a matter of fact, the Battletoads, they were actually like a copy of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you know? Oh, man. I like that movie. Old 7 graphics.
You've got some of the Battletoad memorabilia up here. You've got some Nintendo Power, some magazines, and, right next to the Ninja Turtle stuff. So, yeah.
Terminator's got nothing on this. Some real gun action there. It's actually an Operation Wolf. Wait, this is Operation Wolf 2. Operation Thunderbolt. Yeah. So I'm gonna show them how to really play this.
Chase HQ here. Standing up driving game.
Awesome.
It looks a lot like Top Gear for Super Nintendo.
Yes, it does. But this is actually before Top Gear.
Yes.
And man, what I love about it, it has the slow and high gear. And it's fast too. Driving my Porsche. Oh, there's a suspect. Oh.
Get that late 80s, early 90s retro nostalgia. Look at that, going 200 miles per hour, super realistic. I think your roof is on fire. Oh, no, sorry.
I'm a cop.
Yeah, it's a cop.
I'm an undercover cop.
Not doing a very good job.
And so the whole point is you're supposed to chase these criminals while racing, which is an awesome combination. And driving a Porsche no less.
Is it like a Porsche 928? So it looks like.
Yeah, old school Porsche. Oh man, I'm destroyed this guy. So that there is an original Atari system with the notorious ET game on an old style TV, really old style, wood grain. There's some cartridges right there. So that's the 2600. Or maybe it's even before the 2600. Nice. Yeah, a little Neo Geo love. Every arcade should have a Neo Geo. Here we're playing Metal Gear. No, not Metal Gear. Metal Slug 2. Awesome game. I actually like this better than I do Contra, as a matter of fact. Really, really fun. This is real racing. Look at that top speed. Who needs high definition graphics? Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com. And I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.